Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? Hope everything is good with y'all on this afternoon on a Tuesday, you feel me? So, I want to talk to y'all real quick about my songs that were taken down, which was accused of artificial streaming by Spotify. About a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks ago now, I got that email stating that Lovers of Friends, the first time I heard Nas, and Red Cup Vibes of all songs was accused of artificial streaming. So first Spotify pulled them, then the distributor just went and pulled them from everything, with the exception of the first time I heard Nas, because some people told me they still can listen to that. But Lovers of Friends and Red Cup Vibes, gone, pulled down. So I was going to leave it alone at first. I wasn't going to make a big deal about it. I wasn't going to fight it too much. But I was like, man, I'm getting ready to drop a lot of music these last 2-3 months of the year. And I don't want the same thing to happen to the songs I'm getting ready to drop, because I'm going to be back out promoting again. So I know my streams are going to go up and down, but it's probably going to hit a spike that maybe keep spiking and stop this spike again. But anyway, so after a bunch of emails, actually 2 phone calls, I actually was able to talk to somebody on the phone, which is very, very rare to talk to somebody at Spotify, or even Symphonic for that matter, but talk to a few people. They gave me the runaround, but I got my homeboy that's an attorney involved. And they tend to respond different once you have someone legally representing you. And what he did was he requested a few things. I'm not going to say everything he requested, because I'm not just giving all this away for free. But I will say this. One of the things that he requested, because initially when he first started, they told him the same thing. The spike in streams don't make sense, so something was used to make my stream spike. Okay, so my homeboy that's an attorney, what he requested from them was, it was something called an algorithmic data analysis on each song that they accused me of artificial streaming of. So I was like, damn, an algorithmic data analysis. I've never heard of that before. I'm not a tech geek, so I probably wouldn't have heard of it. But anyway, once that was done, 3 days later, they got in contact with him. So what they told him was, there was a big spike in my streams in Atlanta, Savannah, New Orleans, and also Dallas. Now, I also found out there was a woman named Natalie who was a blogger and a YouTuber. She wrote 2 articles about Lovers and Friends, and she wrote an article about Red Cup Vibes. And I guess she has a big following. So when she wrote that, she's in Atlanta, by the way. So when she wrote that, it caused people to listen to the song more. Well, then I found out Red Cup Vibes was in rotation at 2 different college radio stations. One in Baton Rouge, one was in New Orleans. This was all last year, by the way. This ain't even nothing recent. This was all last year when this happened. So them doing that analysis, it showed different things that was happening. So they were like, okay, well, Red Cup Vibes and Lovers of Friends, they're fine. This explains that spike. This explains that spike. But the first time I heard Nas, they're not ready to let that one go yet, because they still don't understand how that one spiked in New York, which lets you know the people behind a counter don't know shit about the culture, because a song called The First Time I Heard Nas, why wouldn't that spike in New York? That's where he's from. So it spiked in New York, spiked in Jersey. It also spiked in New Hampshire. Now that's a little, I can even admit that's a little weird, but I've never been to New Hampshire in my life, so I don't know why I spiked there. What else did they say? Seattle. I don't really get the Seattle thing, but partially I kind of get Seattle a little bit, because I hear Seattle has a big boom bap community there. So that would kind of make sense. But it spiked around April. That one spiked around April of this year. So I told my attorney, well, put this in your rebuttal to them. April is when Illmatic came out years ago. So a bunch of people around the country was having different Illmatic anniversary joints and blah, 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 and all that. So that's probably why that one spiked around that time. But anyway, I say all that to say this. Thursday, October 9th, Lovers and Friends, Red Cup Vibes will be back on all streaming platforms. Thank God for that. First time I heard Nas, is still up on certain, I think some people, so they can still play it on Apple. One person said they can still play it on Tidal. So I think it's like a hit or miss with that one. But I'm happy about that because, like, I don't be using fake streams, bro. I don't even really be promoting my music like that. Most people see me selling bags and bucks. Like, I performed at the Mix Champagne Lounge this past Friday, and a homie was like, "Yo, I never knew that you rap." Yeah, a lot of if you didn't know me prior to COVID, you probably seen me selling merch more than anything. You know what I mean? So, but I'm about to push. I'm about to push a lot of product out because I'm pivoting into something else 2026. But I want certain songs to be out there because I still get booked to perform from time to time, and I love doing it. I don't let the politics to come along with everything, but I love creating still. I still love getting on stage. I just still love rapping, so I'm never going to stop it. But this streaming shit, I can't stand it. I really don't like this streaming shit at all. And the last time I put something up about Spotify, it was about 8 to 9 people that jumped in my DM trying to tell me that I was wrong about something, or I shouldn't say this, or I shouldn't say that. Listen, I'm a very stubborn person. So you can't tell me what to say and what not to say. You may not agree with what I'm saying, but I'm still going to say it because that's how I feel. I'm from an era where you could literally burn 100 CDs, hit the block, sell them for 10 or 15, go re-up and get some more. So for somebody to have to stream my song 100 to 200 times for me to see any money, I don't really like that. So I'm going to say fuck the streaming era, but I have to be in the streaming era because I'm a businessman. It's just like, y'all got people at y'all jobs that y'all don't like, right? But you work with them. This is no different. I'm a writer. I'm an MC. I own 2 businesses. I have to use the streaming services as a way to promote, but I don't like the streaming services. So I talk shit about them. No different than you going to your job, talking shit about a coworker in the lunchroom to another coworker. That's all. No different. So don't jump in my DMs and try to convince me or change my mind because you can't do it because I'm too stubborn. Too stubborn. It's not going to happen. But I got some stuff dropping, yo. I got some cool stuff dropping that I'm happy about. Man, I'm going to drop the pregame part 2. Red Cup Nights, the pregame part 2. I'm going to drop that. I'm going to drop something called Salute to the Culture. That's going to drop. So one is going to be a Red Cup Reggie project. One is going to be a Reggie Webb project. Then I got a bunch of singles I'm going to drop. I got a single I'm going to drop with Lloyd. I got a single I'm going to drop with Cool G Rap. I got a single that I'm going to drop. It's just me on it, but why is this single so special? I can't think of it right now, but I'm going to probably drop about 8 to 9 singles and 2 projects before 2025 is over. And then 2026 come something special. Somebody I've been working with that I think is going to be a phenom and a major staple in this industry. I want to drop some stuff with her now, but we going to wait to the top of 2026. But you all going to see her real soon at my next Red Cup Experience event. You're going to see her. And I'm happy about the stuff I'm working on. And I'm happy that my song's about to go back up because I don't like a lot of the music that I create. I enjoy making it. Then when I make it, I don't really like it. So it's like, whatever, I just put it out there. But if people like it, I appreciate it. But I like the Red Cup Vibe song. And I like Lovers of Friends. You know what I mean? I like them songs. So they songs that I made that I actually play. So I'm glad they going back up. And plus, I still be performing the Red Cup Vibe song. So I wanted to be up so I can perform it and get paid from it. Come on. Spotify, stop playing with y'all goofy asses. I mean, go after somebody that's really using artificial streams. Not a nigga like me who just got, I don't even think I got 100 monthly listeners on Spotify. You feel me? Because I don't be promoting my music. I'm outside doing other things. I mean, music is a commercial to bring you to my other businesses. You feel me? Like, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. You know what I mean? Y'all know what it is with me. But with all that being said, I done rambled enough. I just wanted to put that out there, so don't forget that term, y'all. Algorithmic data analysis. Algorithmic data analysis. If you can't get an attorney, because I know attorneys ain't cheap, and don't think by me saying I hired an attorney mean I'm rich. I'm not. I just knew this guy before he was an attorney, and I did a lot for him on his path to being an attorney, so he owed me a few favors. So that's why I'm like, hey, look, I don't call you a lot about nothing, but I need you right now. Yo, so so he did what he did for me, and I appreciate it. But I got 2 more people that I can call if he would have said no. But thank God he didn't say no, but that's neither here nor there. Algorithmic data analysis. Request one if they accuse you of artificial streaming, because sometimes they do that when you get ready to get a check. Because I was getting ready to get some money. Nothing crazy. It was only going to be in the thousands. Not even more than 2,000 to be real with you. I'm going to be transparent. Wasn't going to be a lot of money. You know what I mean? But to get anything over a couple $100 in a streaming era where, one, I'm not backed by no major label. I'm not backed by no investor. I ain't backed by no company. I'm backed by the money that I be getting from selling these and other things that I may do from time to time to get a little bit of bread. So for me to be getting ready to get a check from just people playing my music when they meet me in person and then go download some stuff, hey, I'm appreciative. So I'm glad I fought for it, learned a few things, and this is going to be useful information for me going forward. And hopefully, if it happens to any of y'all out there, y'all can use the information too. Sorry for the ramble, yeah.